Issue of debentures. As in the session of issue of shares, we have understood that the company raises its capital to fund its long term financial needs. But issue of shares are seldom adequate to meet the long term financial needs of the company. Hence, most of the company they turns to raising long term funds through debentures. Debentures are issued either through private placement or by offering the same to the public. The debentures are known as the long term debts. So, in this session, we will learn what is the accounting procedure and the treatment for the issue of debenture and the redemption of the same. Now, first of all, understand what are debentures. Debenture is a written instrument acknowledging the debt under the common seal of the company. It is a contract for the repayment of the principal after a specified period or at the intervals at the option of the company, and for the payment of the interest which can be fixed or which can be floating. This interest is usually paid half yearly or yearly. The debenture is derived from the Latin word debere, which means to borrow. According to Section 2, subsection 12 of the Companies Act 1956, debenture includes debenture stock, bonds, or any other security of the company, whether constituting a charge on the assets or not. So, debentures are the written document of the debt raised by the company. Now, there is a difference between the shares and the debentures, though both are issued for the long term. The shareholder becomes the owner of the company, whereas the debenture holder becomes the creditor. The return on the shares is known as the dividend, whereas the return on the debentures is known as the interest. In case of shares, the return may vary from year to year, but in case of debenture, the return is prefixed. The interest on debentures is paid even if there is no profit in the company. Shares are not secured by any charge, whereas debentures are generally secured and carry fixed or floating charge over the assets of the company. Shares cannot be converted into debentures, but debentures can be converted into the shares. And those debentures which are convertible into shares are known as convertible debentures. Shareholders enjoy voting rights, whereas debenture holders normally do not enjoy any voting right. The shares and debentures both can be issued on discount. The amount of the shares is not returned during the lifetime of the company, whereas the debentures are issued for a specified period, and at the end of that period, the debenture holders are returned with their money. But there is one amendment in the Companies Act 1956 in the year 1998, which has permitted the companies to buy back its shares from the market, particularly when the price of the shares in the market is lower than the book value. So, at that time, the shares can be buyback by the company. Now, debentures has various types, and these types are categorized from the viewpoint of the security, tenure, convertibility, coupon rate, and registration. On the basis of security, debentures can be secured debentures and unsecured debentures. Secured debentures are those debentures where a charge is created on the assets of the company. In case the company defaults, then the debenture holders can sell off these assets and get their dues recovered. This charge may be a fixed charge or a floating charge. The fixed charge is generally given on the specific asset, whereas a floating charge is given on the general asset. A fixed charge is created on those assets which are kept by the company for the operational activities and are not meant for the sale, whereas a floating charge involves all the assets excluding those assigned to the secured creditors. The unsecured debentures do not have any specific charge on the assets of the company. However, a floating charge may be created on these debentures by default. Normally, any kind of Normally, these kinds of debentures are not issued. Then from the point of tenure, debentures can be redeemable debentures or irredeemable debentures. Redeemable debentures are those debentures which are payable or redeemed on the expiry of a specific period. So these debentures can be redeemed in lump sum or in installments during the lifetime of the company. These debentures can be redeemed at par or at premium. Irredeemable debentures are those debentures which the company does not undertake to redeem or to repay the money. These debentures are repayable at the time of winding up of the company. That is why these debentures are also known as perpetual debentures. On the basis of convertibility, the debentures can be convertible debentures or non-convertible debentures. Convertible debentures are those debentures which can be converted into equity shares or in any other securities at the option of the company or at the option of the debenture holders. Non-convertible debentures. These are those debentures which cannot be converted into shares or in any other security. Most of the debentures issued by the companies fell in this category. On the basis of coupon rate point of view, debentures can be specific coupon rate debentures or these can be zero coupon rate debentures. Specific coupon rate debentures are those debentures which are issued with a specified rate of interest. इनके ऊपर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट स्पेसिफाइड होता है. ये रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट या तो फिक्स्ड हो सकता है या फिर फ्लोटिंग हो सकता है. A floating rate is usually tagged with the bank rate. जैसे जैसे बैंक रेट चेंज होता है वैसे वैसे ही हमारा डिबेंचर्स के ऊपर रेट भी चेंज हो जाता है. जीरो कूपन रेट डिबेंचर्स आर दोज डिबेंचर्स which do not carry any interest rate. These debentures are normally issued at a substantial discount, and the difference between the issue price and the face value is the income of the debenture holders. Then on the basis of registration, debentures can be registered debentures or bearer debentures. Registered debentures are those debentures in respect of which all the details including the name, addresses and particulars of the holding of the debenture holders are registered by the company in their registers. Such debentures are transferred only by execution of a regular transfer deed. Whereas bearer debentures are those debentures which can be transferred by way of delivery only, and the company does not keep any record in their registers. So whoever is possessing the interest coupon can present that coupon to the company and can get the interest. Now let us understand the procedure of issue of debentures. The procedure for issue of debenture is the same as we have discussed at the time of issue of shares. First of all, those who intend to buy the debenture of the company will give their option to the company. Then the company can allot them the debentures, and these debentures can be issued at a par or at a premium. The debentures can be issued for the consideration other than cash, that is as a collateral security also. So when the debentures are issued at cash, the money can be received in lump sum as a whole in one installment, or money can be received with the application of the debenture and allotment of the debenture, or money can be received in various calls. Now let us understand the accounting entries which are passed for the issue of debentures. Whenever the money is received, as we have discussed at the time of issue of shares also, we receive either bank or cash. Normally, these applications are invited with checks or drafts, and bank account is debited with all the money. इसके अगेंस्ट हम कौन सा अकाउंट क्रेडिट करेंगे? जिस जिस हिसाब से हम मनी रिसीव करते जाएंगे वैसा वैसा अकाउंट हम ओपन करके उसको हम क्रेडिट करते जाएंगे. सो in this case we are receiving the debenture application and allotment in a one go. मीन्स पूरा का पूरा डिबेंचर का अमाउंट हमने एक ही बार में कॉल कर लिया है. इट मीन्स our entry will be bank account debit to debenture application and allotment account. So when the allotment is made after the receipt of application money, then this account is transferred to debenture account, and debenture account will be credited with the money which has been received by way of application and allotment. So our entry will be debenture application and allotment account debit to debenture account. Second case is when the debenture amount is received in two installments. On the receipt of application money, as we have discussed earlier, we will be debiting the bank account. लेकिन पहले हमने क्रेडिट किया था डिबेंचर एप्लीकेशन एंड अलॉटमेंट अकाउंट को, इस बार अब हम क्रेडिट करेंगे सिर्फ डिबेंचर एप्लीकेशन अकाउंट को, क्योंकि जब अलॉटमेंट हम करेंगे और अलॉटमेंट की मनी रिसीव करेंगे तब हम डिबेंचर अलॉटमेंट अकाउंट खोलेंगे. सो वी विल बी राइटिंग बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू डिबेंचर एप्लीकेशन अकाउंट. जब हम इसी एप्लीकेशन को डिबेंचर्स में ट्रांसफर करेंगे तो हमने जो एप्लीकेशन अकाउंट क्रेडिट किया है उसको हम डेबिट कर देंगे. सो वी विल बी राइटिंग डिबेंचर एप्लीकेशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू डिबेंचर्स अकाउंट. एंड देन व्हेन अलॉटमेंट बिकम्स ड्यू, जब हमने अलॉटमेंट वाला मनी मंगवाना है तो हम एंट्री पास करेंगे डिबेंचर अलॉटमेंट अकाउंट डेबिट टू डिबेंचर्स अकाउंट. और जब हम इस मनी को रिसीव कर लेते हैं तो हम एंट्री करते हैं बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू डिबेंचर allotment account. Sometimes it happens that whole of the money is not called at the allotment time and it is called in first call or by the way of second and final call or by the way of any other n number of calls. So when the first call becomes due, then as in the case of allotment, we will also create a entry for due of the first call. Our entry will be debenture first call account debit to debentures account. And when the money for this call is received, then bank will be debited and debenture first call account will be credited. Now let us take one example to understand these entries. XYZ Limited issues 1,12% debentures of ₹100 each, payable ₹40 on application and remaining amount on allotment. यहाँ पर जो लिखा हुआ है 12% डिबेंचर, इट मीन्स द 12% इज द रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट विच द कंपनी विल पे ऑन दीज डिबेंचर्स. तो 40 रुपीज़ अगर एप्लीकेशन पे कॉल किए हैं, इसका मतलब 60 रुपीज़ अलॉटमेंट पे कॉल होने हैं. द पब्लिक अप्लाइड फॉर 1 lakh डिबेंचर्स विच वर फुली अलॉटेड एंड ऑल द रिलेवेंट अलॉटमेंट मनी ड्यूली रिसीव्ड. You are required to give journal entries in the books of XYZ Limited and show the portion of the balance sheet. तो सबसे पहले हम बनाएंगे जर्नल. तो जर्नल में जैसा कि हमने पहले पढ़ा, our first entry will be for the amount which was received as an application. क्योंकि इस एग्जाम्पल में सारा अमाउंट लमसम नहीं रिसीव हुआ है, कुछ पोर्शन एप्लीकेशन के साथ आया है और रिमेनिंग 60 रुपीज़ हमें अलॉटमेंट के साथ आए हैं. तो हमारी फर्स्ट एंट्री हुई बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू 12% डिबेंचर एप्लीकेशन अकाउंट और 40 रुपीज़ क्योंकि हमें एप्लीकेशन मनी के साथ आए. 1 लाख डिबेंचर्स की एप्लीकेशन थी तो हमारा टोटल अमाउंट रिसीव होता है 40 लाख इन फ्रंट ऑफ बैंक अकाउंट एंड 40 लाख इन फ्रंट ऑफ डिबेंचर एप्लीकेशन अकाउंट. सेकेंड एंट्री विल बी द ट्रांसफर ऑफ डिबेंचर एप्लीकेशन मनी टू 12% डिबेंचर अकाउंट. सो हमारे एंट्री जैसे हमने पहले पढ़ा, एंट्री विल बी 12% डिबेंचर एप्लीकेशन अकाउंट डेबिट अमाउंट ₹40 lakhs टू 12% debentures account amount ₹40 lakh. Third entry will be when allotment becomes due. हम यहाँ पे डिबेंचर अलॉटमेंट अकाउंट खोलेंगे और हमारी एंट्री हो जाएगी 12% डिबेंचर अलॉटमेंट अकाउंट डेबिट टू 12% डिबेंचर अकाउंट. अब देखिए 1 लाख डिबेंचर्स थे, 60 रुपीज़ अभी कॉल करना बाकी है जिसको हमने अलॉटमेंट पे कॉल करना है. इसका मतलब अमाउंट अब यहाँ पे हम लिखेंगे 60 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1 लाख मीन्स 60 lakhs in front of debenture allotment and 60 lakhs in front of 12% debentures. And when we will receive this money, then our entry will become bank account debit to 12% allotment account amounting to ₹60 lakhs each.